18, no better place than to be sailing with your son on the seas of Abaco on Father's Day. These are the Boy Scouts of America. You got 3 boats there. 1, 2, the other one is there. 3 sailboats, 1 under sail. The other ones are slow to get ready, but they run in a pack. They got about 30, 40 guys on those boats, making all kind of money in the Bahamas, thousands of dollars. They telling the taxi how much we supposed to charge the tourists in the Bahamas, but what is the government charging them for thousands of dollars? These people make their vacation in the Bahamas to make money on our tourism, and the Bahamian government just a bunch of dumb conk. They can't figure out the bleeding. All they want to do is tax the black poor man. But these fellas, they're making all kind of money in this country, and they've been doing this for over 10 years. Ministry of Tourism, they're clueless. It's amazing that Kai Mills no more than any member of parliament. I want you all to listen to this careful. That Kai Mills no more than any member of parliament in the House Assembly about what needs to be done and what's going on in Abaco. And that including Brave Davis. I know twice as much of what's going on in Abaco than what the Prime Minister knows. They don't care. All they want to do is have contracts. These brothers got contracts and stealing from this country. I don't understand that on Father's Day I'm going to speak like the father of the nation. There ought to be nobody that overpriced contracts to thief from this country. One time ago, the members of parliament used to thief with the mask on, but those were the days of old. The members of parliament now taking off the mask so they could see how more to thief. They are not. And ask yourself, like Kai Mills was asking himself, when last have you seen a government that is elected by the people, looking out for the best interests of the Bahamian people? Or every day you could hear about a government minister, and you could see it because they take the mask off and you could see them. All they're concerned about how much they could thief from this country. And these are people that went abroad and did their studies and say when they come back they will make the Bahamas great again. But all they're concerned about, with all their degree, with all their education, all their knowledge, their claim to fame as a member of parliament is how much they could thief from this country and put it aside so much that they didn't even have to run again. That is why some members of parliament, 5 years, they don't work, you don't hear nothing from them, but as soon as their government wins, they're back in and the bleeding starts all over. That is so sad and that is so bad for country that we get a bunch of black and white thief, because Brent Simonette, when he sat at the table with Bakers Bay, you never expected Brendos to rob and thief and undermine the system that they are to protect. Brent got more money than the great-grandchildren can spend, but yet Brent went to the table of Bakers Bay and issued a $25 million contract. That what still bothers me here in Abaco, that a man as Brent caliber could do the same thing the rest of them broke black brutes will do. Use their ministerial position to thief and undermine and rob this country. What Brent Simonette did in America, they call that inside trading. There's another member of parliament that did that same thing, inside trading. He's the minister of the one of the white boys who got one of them ministerial position. Can't think of his name right now. Clay, not Clay. Not a white one. I can't think of the name right now. You're getting old now. You're 61. I can't remember all these names. But when you could you could sit at the table as a minister in the gospel, in the government, and give the information to Delta. I believe that's the company you used to work for, Delta, and the government bring him right back into key position. We don't have, where's the integrity? That's why you could have 35 people in a school in Nassau that go off to do their studies. Of the 35 of them, neither one of these kids has no interest in coming back to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, because the Bahamas they consider, like I do, a failed state. What can anybody in my 61-year-old age celebrate? There is nothing in Abaco that I can celebrate after Hurricane Dorian, the way the people has been treated and is being treated. Only two PLP could celebrate the PLP victory in Abaco. That's Christopher Pinder and Farron Newbold. They're the only ones that could gladly say they are making millions. Farron got, understand, looking like a little mud. He joking a building, and anyway, we got multiple roof structure going in because of the PLP money. The question is, for Christopher and Farron Newbold, do not overcharge the government, because somebody gonna look into those contracts and they're gonna say they know they were thieving. Remember Donald Roll? He did the same thing with Batelco. He sent him home for thieving, and I talk about it, y'all talking about it. But that somebody like Kai Mills were to be elected, I am gonna open the books of wrong and the books of right, and I will make it right to the Bahamian people. As the father of the nation, Brave Davis' ultimate job is not to these foreign entities. Brave has not come ashore for the people of Abaco, although they have elected 2 members of parliament. The 2 together don't wait 1, but they are PLPs. They need help. PLPs in Abaco haven't started a foundation yet. This is Father's Day. I'm speaking on the obligation of the father of the nation, Brave Davis. You have an obligation. You have a duty, not to Ghana, not to Jamaica, not to Haiti. You have an obligation for the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Brave Davis, you don't have an obligation to give them ex-MPs these big money. Everybody got a job. They were there already. They have already went to college. They should be able to work and feel for themselves. The government shouldn't have to bring these same old, tired mind and brains back. That is why the Commonwealth of the Bahamas cannot and is not exceeding. It's a failed state, because you bring them same thief back and you give them more money for thieving under the Perry Christie administration. Come on, Brave. Let's find the Bahamas. Let us see something to be proud of. 50 years. 50 years, all the members of parliament has done is thief. The prime minister, they were thieving. They still thieving. They gotta stop thieving. God, don't get y'all thieving too much. Stop it. You're destroying the fabric. You having Bahama game for what? A big party, and nobody has helped Abaco with one single decent playing field. But yet, you want Abaco to come and compete, and we already 20 feet behind the starting line. But Abaco must compete, and we didn't even have the Minister of Sports personnel in place to try to get at least a light. Y'all are failing as fathers of the nation. Mario Boleg might as well resign respectfully for what he's done to Abaco and what he haven't done as Ministry of Sport. Forget having lavish parties on Bahama game. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of money throwing down the toilet. And you're talking about getting Bahamians together? Why haven't Bahamians got together to come and help the people that are on their knees in Abaco that is still in the trailer. No, Mario Bowleg those are having $1 million party for weekend, and the money gonna be flushed down the toilet, while the people of Abaco can't even get water pressure 4 years later. And we talking about celebrating 50 years. And who is the father of the nation? That is the question. If you were the father of the nation, you would have been walking through Dunderstown, Murphytown, Marsh Harbor, etc. But you failed in your capacity, Brave Davis, so far as Prime Minister, that you haven't come ashore for Abaconians yet. But you're going back to Africa to be dancing the hula-loo, wasting the people money and the people times. And Ghana, the Ghananese don't even know where the hell the Bahamas is. Why we go in there to waste the people time and money? This one on Father's Day, man. I feel like talking to the fatherless, because the father of the nation has forgotten Abaco. Kai Mills shall not and shan't not forget Abaco, because Kai, man, I still cares. That's why he's here. Happy Father's Day to the fathers, not to the deadbeat fathers that were the fathers of the nation. All of them deadbeat members of parliament, deadbeat prime minister. They ain't leave one single integrity. All they leave is a big fat bank book for them and their kids, but neither one of them gonna enjoy it, because Jesus Christ will step in and say, what you did, you thief from the nation, so you would not enjoy this money that you stole. Kai still cares. That's why he's here. Stop thieving from the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and your people. Kai cares.